So the roundabouts went well then?
Yeah, they did.
And what part... did you do any previous to that with your mum?
I did one just where I had to go off on the first exit, so I wasn't really doing much. It was just kind of like a junction.
Yeah. So when you went out with your mum then, what roundabouts did you use? And
I'm trying to think. Yeah, we stayed around Bright Park.
Did you?
So it was similar. It was the same ones.
Oh, I see. So she picked you up.
Yeah, picked me up in my car, and then I drove home. But we just kind of went around some roundabouts.
Any issues then?
No, not really.
Good.
It's really good.
That's good. Anything that you want to work on today in regards to roundabouts?
I think just getting more familiar with them. So try maybe different kinds.
Are you aware of all the different types?
We went over it, I think, last week. I'm pretty sure I know most of them. And there was that big one that you said don't normally encounter, but they are there somewhere. So
Which one?
Trying to remember. Do you have the picture of it?
You've got many pictures. many pictures.
It was a big one. I think it had. Can't have been 4 lanes, could it?
It could well have been.
It might have been that one. It's just about the only one that I can't quite remember.
See if I can get a. I've got a print off anyway that you can take home with you, to if you want to, if I can find it. Here we go. There's lots of different types. So you've got just normal type, 2 lanes on, 2 lanes off.
Yep.
And you've got your minis, and then you've got sort of 3 lanes on, 2 off sort of thing, and then you've got your spiral roundabout as well. Is it this one that you?
I think it was that one. Yeah.
Yeah. The place you'll normally find these is off of busy sort of national speed limit dual carriageways usually.
Right. Okay.
Is the reason of I think that you find them there is because of because they take you off such busy roads. The roundabouts need to be big to cope with the volume of traffic.
Yeah.
Sometimes light controlled. We're not quite doing the carriageways yet, are we? These busy 70
Not yet.
roads. No. I'm guessing it won't be too far off, but I mean, we can do the spiral roundabouts. You do get some smaller ones, so let's have a look at different types today, shall we?
Yeah.
And work our way up to doing these really much busier ones. Have you done any carriageway driving recently with you?
Not recently, no.
No. And just so we pitch the lesson right today, what in terms of your general driving, how are you feeling about that?
In terms of the carriageway, or just generally for the lesson?
Just general driving.
I think I'm quite comfortable, so maybe mixing up with the roundabouts that we were saying.
Yeah.
I think I'm quite comfortable now with junctions and turning into a junction as well. So I think
Good.
it'd be good to do roundabouts.
Okay. Anything you want me to help you with specifically today?
Maybe if it's a little bit busy, if you could just give me like instructions, like sometimes you do, because that does help.
Yeah. Okay. Do you mean in general driving or just approaching the roundabouts, just so we're clear?
Just approaching the roundabouts, because I think general driving I'm okay.
All right.
But obviously if there is anything that I do wrong, just let me know and maybe talk me through it.
Okay. When we do this spiral roundabout, there's one in Allenton. Then what you're looking for is to spiral outwards as you come round the roundabout.
Okay.
Have you heard of this before?
No.
And all you're looking for is, it's usually, once an exit's gone, that means like a lane's gone, if you like.
Yeah.
So that them 3 lanes have become 2 now. They're going to become 3 again, look. But you're looking for a piece of, sometimes it's broken, sometimes it's solid paint here.
Yeah.
And that's what moves you outwards. So if you think about it, if there's 3 lanes on a roundabout, you can't really cross 2 full lanes to exit, because it's just not going to be safe generally.
So if you're in that second lane you're going to come out round into the third again. Well, the outer lane.
Sorry.
So if you're in this lane,
yeah, this
you'll come round and then you'll be in the outer lane again.
lane 1 then.
Right, okay, yeah.
For example, if you're in lane 3, which it would be for turning which way?
Third or fourth exit.
Yeah. Or even 5th, all the way back round.
Yeah.
You would go from 3, then 3 becomes 2 because of that paint there. The key is spotting the paint, and because you're on a curve,
Yeah.
you've really got to cast your eyes forward around that curve and back in. But then, yeah, lane 3 becomes lane 2, and then lane 2, after this lane disappears, becomes lane 1.
Okay, yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
But it doesn't matter if you do one spiral on some of them because there's 2 lanes to exit.
Yeah.
So you could always exit in the right-hand lane of the new road, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
In terms of different types of roundabouts as well, we're going to come up to ones that they haven't got any paint on approach or any markings, and they're only about wide enough for one car. Have you come across these before and thought to yourself, oh, I'm not sure what lane positioning, or
Not sure.
so, like, for example, they're quite similar to mini roundabouts, maybe a little wider, and they've got a normal blue circle with a normal white arrow,
Yeah.
and actually the middle's built up so you couldn't drive over them.
Okay, right.
But on the approach, it's only wide enough for one. On the roundabout, it's only wide enough for one. Now, if you really, really squalls, you could get 2. So that's
Yeah.
why it's important that you don't. So if you're turning right, you don't sort of hug the centre. Same as if you're going straight on, you don't hug the outside because you
Just,
could.
Yeah. Encourage someone else.
Exactly. It's like an invitation to say, yeah, come on, you get on the inside of me, and then you steer.
Yeah.
Because there was no breathing space. So we'll come across all the different types, and where I feel necessary, I'll just sort of make you
yeah.
aware of it.
Yeah.
Is that all right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. So at the end of the lesson, where would you like to be, Chris?
I'd like to be more comfortable with roundabouts, I think. Just so that I know in my head that whenever I come to it, I'll just be alright with it.
Yeah. Yeah. Good stuff. So a mixture, a variation of roundabouts today. Yeah.
I think so.
Using the same skills, and you'll be absolutely fine as last lesson.
Cool.
Yeah. All right, we'll drive on when you're ready. Don't forget that left shoulder.
Yeah.
What could be on that left shoulder on that particular occasion?
Cyclist or pedestrian.
Could be. Probably more likely with the driveway there.
Yeah.
Something happening on the driveway. Maybe somebody coming out the door or jumping in the car or whatnot. I don't even know if the car was there, but just theoretically speaking.
Yeah.
Have all the angles covered. So what mirrors would you check now?
Centre and right.
Good. At the end then, turning left. Okay, to the road. Nice early mirrors there. Why is it important to check them so early?
Because if someone's right behind you,
Yeah.
you want to be able to give them early warning.
Bang on, Chris, well done. There's some driving instructors who will be able to say that. Tell me that. Stop you there, Chris.
Okay.
Your obs and your speed was good at the junction, but what did you miss?
The lights. I saw the lights. Thought I could make it, but guess probably should have stopped.
Just going to come get us going again. You're back in full control now.
Okay.
Alright. So if there's a pedestrian stood there, what should you be anticipating?
The lights do change.
Yeah. And while you're at such a low speed, it wouldn't be justifiable to go through on an amber.
Right. Okay.
Because amber means, do you remember when we covered lights, Chris? What amber means?
Yeah. I mean, it's
think it was at a lower speed, was low enough to be able to deal with that.
Yeah.
Behind them. So when you're looking right and left at your junctions, really interpret, process everything that you see before you emerge out.
Yeah.
So what are you anticipating? These lights have been on green for a while. Can't see if there's any pedestrians on the left yet.
No, not yet.
What could happen?
Someone could stop at the lights.
Yeah.
The lights could change.
Yeah. And when you're in a slow-moving traffic scenario like that, in a busy area, what could catch up on the left, do you think?
Cyclists.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So always have a little check, especially if we're going to do any left steer. We did have a bit of a left bend. I don't want to crush anybody, do I? Spoil somebody's day. You're in sixth gear at the moment, Chris.
Didn't mean to be. It's near fourth now.
Right, okay. Did you feel it any different
Yeah,
to your
yeah.
foot?
It felt a little bit weird. A little bit strange, yeah.
Just when you pulled it backwards, you just sort of palmed it, sort of pulled it across the right. That's good. So you've checked it safe. Should we get up to 40? Any reason why we couldn't on this?
No.
Because you see you're already doing 35, so I know you know it's not 30.
Yeah.
Just steer left slightly, Chris. So we're about centre now of that lane.
Yeah.
Before we just took it the right slightly. So what would you check now?
Speed.
Any general questions about your driving? Anything that you've been thinking about at all?
Not really. When I was driving with my mum, I was focusing on letting the gears pop into neutral before that changed.
Oh, right,
As
yeah.
opposed to, like I was doing before, just slamming it in gear.
You going okay with it?
Yeah, I think I'm getting better. It's just something I need to keep an eye on.
So these have just changed to green. Do you think we're going to get through on this green, or is there a chance they could change?
There is a chance they could change.
Good. And amber means?
They're about to change, so need to keep an eye out for that one.
Yeah. So what mirror are you going to check for cyclists? Left. Good. Are we clear?
Yeah.
Because we might need to steer, might we, to the left.
A little bit, yeah.
Get past this. Is it turquoise, that?
Strange colour.
Alright, Chris, we've got, what do you see coming up?
Roundabout.
We're going to turn right at the third exit, please.
Okay.
You alright with that?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. No, I'm stepping unless I need to. Hang on. So what situation are you anticipating down here?
Could be oncoming traffic, could be pedestrians coming out.
Yeah. You been down this street before, Chris?
I've not been down this one now,
No.
actually.
Really, you see where the cars are up there?
Yeah.
Really, really tight there.
Is it?
Yeah.
Are we going right? No.
Yeah, you just follow the road round, but it's really tight. I think second gear is appropriate, but you wouldn't want to be going very quick in second.
No.
Definitely cover your clutch and your brake, and just let the car carry us round, because if someone swings wide here, we're going to be in trouble.
Yeah.
See what I mean? There's no escape route either. Brick hedge and wall there, and a
Yeah.
fence there.
Bit of the time.
You happy with the roundabout?
Yeah.
Yeah, me
Went
too.
quite well.
Yeah, really well. It's all in the approach, I think,
Yeah.
and your approach was great. So we're going to turn left at the end of the road.
Okay.
Loving your early mirrors. when you look to the left here, what you're processing?
Whether or not it's closed.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a little bit closed for me, but
You alright?
yeah.
Plenty of gas, that's all it was really. What I was thinking is there could be a pedestrian stepping off and things like that, you know, like we see the lights earlier.
Yeah.
So just try and look for things that could affect you when you pull it out. Are you familiar with this road and what's at the top of the hill?
Been on it before, but I can't remember what's on the top.
No worries. You've just got a mini roundabout at the top. I'm saying it now because it can creep up quite quick otherwise. So we're going to turn right at the mini roundabout.
Okay.
Good stuff. Well done. We spoke about signalling off a mini roundabout before.
I think a little bit last week when we covered it, but
Do you remember anything?
not a lot.
We'll come back to it just because we've got something quite significant coming up. We're going to turn right at the mini roundabout. Can you see the mini roundabout, Chris?
I can now, yes.
Yeah. We don't need to signal to exit, so I want you to concentrate on your steering. Keep an eye on him, it's a bit. So we're turning right. Right signal on.
Should have signalled, yeah.
Yeah. Any reason you didn't signal?
I think because I thought it was okay to go, but obviously the car behind me needs to know what I'm doing.
Yeah, yeah, and it was good to go. You did the right thing there. But yeah, like you say, everybody needs to know, don't they? So they can make informed choices as well, educated decisions. For example, if the car behind thought you was turning left but forgot to signal, they could overtake you.
Yeah.
If the car in front of you that was waiting thinks you're turning left, for whatever reason, they can pull out of you. So just clear it up, really. It's unlikely because of your speed, to be honest,
Right, okay, yeah.
and your positioning. You drove over the roundabout. Did you notice?
Yeah.
So the highway code it says we must make best efforts to go around the roundabout. What gear did you do it in? I think you're still in it now.
It would have been.
Yeah. What gear is going to be better for us in tight scenarios to get lower speed and more control and go around that paint? Or make best efforts to?
Definitely second.
Yeah, that's the one. So what was missing? What would you do differently next time on reflection?
Get into gear first, so get into second gear, then indicate, try and steer around the roundabout as well.
So yeah, we just don't. It's not essential to signal to exit because your hands are, especially if you turn right, your hands are normally busy steering. We don't want to compromise the control. So we're going to take the next left. Just come back into your normal centre driving position. That's it. Lots of brake. Clutch all the way up first before we turn it. Do you feel that control coming once that clutch come up?
Yeah, you don't be coasting through it, do you?
That's right. So do you reckon we could get that a little earlier next time?
Yeah.
You know, before we actually start turning.
Yeah. Just lift it up.
Yeah. You know, like you have been with your roundabout approaches.
Yeah.
And that'd be perfect. Because when we turned in, what happened to your steering?
I had to steer a little bit more because it was quite sharp.
Reasonably sharp.
Yeah.
You just didn't quite follow the curve round and went a little wide.
A little wide, yeah.
Keep them hands moving. Keep the curve in the same. Yeah, try and keep it in display on your dashboard.
Yeah.
If you don't see it on the dashboard, it's because you've got quite far away from it.
Right, okay.
If that makes sense.
Yeah.
It's early. Bear with me. You have a good night's sleep?
Not really.
No. Do you know, everybody I speak to says that. I'm often in agreement as well. I had best night's sleep I had for about a week last night.
Yeah, I think I need to do better.
I think it's to do with these screens we're all looking at all the time.
Yeah, could be a part of it. Although my brother broke my phone last night.
Did he?
Yeah, which is a bit of a pain.
Just a bit.
So I'm gonna have to get that sorted.
You done any junctions on bends before, Chris?
Can't remember if I have. Don't think so.
Do you want to? Do you want to go and have a look at one?
Yeah.
Yeah, and that'll lead us to some different roundabouts. So we're going to turn right at the end. Just straighten your steering wheel up, Chris, because we're not quite at the lines. If you hold that right steer on, you'll just cut the other lane before you turn out. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I see what you mean there, yeah.
Yeah. It's just if somebody's turning right and just cutting the corner, you really don't want to be heading into that lane at all, because they're probably going to cut your lane anyway.
Yeah.
So that's, you know. Just to keep it lesson specific as to your goal, we will do junctions on a bend, but we'll stick with the roundabouts, I think.
Okay.
Just because it's quite a drive in between, and I want to keep the roundabouts quite fluent as to your request.
Yeah.
It's just that there is one of those near here, it's usually a good opportunity. But,
So it's a junction on a bend.
yeah. What do you think the danger would be?
Not being able to see.
So
I guess that'd be the main one.
imagine if there's a junction where that brick wall is there, you don't see what's oncoming.
Yeah. Yeah.
So if you turn in and you're too quick and you haven't really had a good look, tried to look down the road first, it normally means you might use first gear, you see.
Right, okay.
So we'll come back to that. So what signs do you see ahead, Chris? What road signs?
Do speed.
Because of the
Some lights.
and the
Roundabout.
yeah. So we're going to turn left at the mini roundabout. What gear did you say you was going to use after you've signalled left? Yeah. And that clutch is going to be all the way up. So speed there. We needed to get that clutch up early, didn't we? Slowing down. Just got the pedals there. I'm going to come off. You got the clutch on the floor, Chris?
I have, yeah.
Pop it in first for me. There we go. Pull yourself. I'm going to come off that completely.
Okay.
After this person, don't forget to steer right as soon as we go, just because the left tire's a bit closed.
Yeah.
When you're ready. Downhill a little as well on the approach there. Anything that you want to talk over specifically there?
I think I was just going a bit too quick.
Yeah.
Just approached it a bit too quick. Because I couldn't see where the roundabout was.
Yeah.
I just didn't see it on the road.
It's tricky because it's on a bend.
Yeah.
So that's why I tried to sort of say, what do you see coming? You know, so we could start getting that speed down. What do you see coming up?
Another mini roundabout.
Yeah, we're going to turn left there. So which mirrors? That speed, happy with that? Yeah, it's much more controlled, isn't it? Much more time to look. Not only look, but assess.
Yeah, yeah.
Because I've seen people look, and they look, but it doesn't go in.
No.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Any threat behind?
Could be a bit close.
A bit more bright then, Chris. Go back to second. That's it.
Yeah.
Do you think you'd have done that anyway?
I think so, yeah,
Yeah.
because they were changing again.
That's it. Stay on the brake. So you know you come off the brake mid slowing down on the approach to the lights.
Yeah.
Stay on because you're going to give the lights more time to change back to green.
Yeah.
Just.
A bit closer.
Was you looking at the bus and the van a lot then, by any chance? Keep looking at this mirror as well, Chris, and the van, and the clutch. Cover your clutch a bit earlier.
Okay.
So that you're ready to get it down really, and there's no rumbling. We're going to turn left here at these lines. I think sometimes, you know, your left hand when you steer left, when you go around a left corner,
Yeah.
it needs to be a bit quicker in getting the wheel pulled back to keep turning left. So just leave that curb slightly sometimes.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I think I do. So I just need to bring around quicker.
Yeah.
Right.
It's the first bit's fine, and you know when you relay it and you do your second chunk of steering to the left,
Yeah.
it's that bit.
Okay.
So look at this mirror, Chris, here on this left. You see that's quite close. Now when we moved off from yours earlier this morning, it was only a little short while ago.
Yeah.
But the first car we passed when after we turned left, I think it was a blue car. That was quite close.
Was it?
And I think it's because you're looking, your focal point is more this way.
Okay.
Particularly there, we had the white van coming off the other side of the road and the bus just turned.
Yeah.
So would you agree? This side kind of could get neglected.
Maybe a little bit, yeah.
You've got an extra foot, haven't you, on the left there, with the door mirror. And the parked car's door mirror, so altogether, it's about this much space we need to account for.
Yeah.
Is that alright on the move, or do you want to pull up and discuss it?
We can pull up and discuss it if you like.
Do you feel you need to, or has that gone in, or...?
I think it makes sense what you were saying.
Yeah.
So I think it's gone in a little bit.
Okay. Do you want me to help you with any of those bits? To get it?
If you just remind me of, like, when we're doing it,
Okay.
that might be okay.
Okay. Well, I think what we'll do, we'll head down to, there's not loads and loads of roundabouts near here now.
Right.
So we either keep doing the same ones, which I don't think would fit the criteria of today's lesson, or we drive down to, I'm thinking down towards Alveston.
Yeah.
How does that sound?
Yeah.
So that means driving down the country road to get there past Elveston Castle.
Yeah.
Yeah, is that alright? What do you think about your clutch down time in there?
Do you think it was a bit earlier or?
I think so. Brake longer first.
Okay.
Now we could have a slow moving traffic scenario here, and what might happen is the car in front edges forward about 2 inches.
Yeah.
Right, we've spoke about it before, haven't we?
Leaving a bit of a gap.
Yeah. Also it'll allow you to see more of the road ahead because the object in front gets smaller.
Yeah.
If you position over like the purple car has, because ultimately that's what you can do anyway. Don't follow the silver car necessarily. Make sure you know, is it clear ahead? And if not, overtake us in the right mirror.
Yeah.
In the right mirror. Good stuff. Check that just before you go, just before, because you want that hold back left to centre position. Just check the right mirror just before you commit.
Yeah.
So you know I'm not going to steer. That was good timing, not. So what could happen on these lights?
Could change if someone's pedestrians near it.
I'm going to turn right, Chris, next road on the right. Bring the clutch up in case they let you go.
Not in gear or not. Not really sure what happened on that one.
So, okay, let's just focus on that door mirror and these mirrors. Steer left a little bit. Get yourself in line, because if something comes down the road, we want to already be set in our position and already establish that driving line.
Yeah.
That was quite a good line in the end, because if one of them doors did open, it wouldn't have hit us. But if a car turns out at this junction, for example, we might need to just put ourselves from there to there, for example.
Yeah.
too early on the old clutch. Do cover it though, so be ready.
Yeah.
Try and get as close to this bush without scratching the paintwork as you can. That's good. Down the clutch. So no coasting that time, not too early.
No. I think I'll put it in neutral because it's on a bit of a hill, isn't it?
Yeah. Right. You asked me what happened back at the top. I don't feel I was in a position to answer it earlier.
No,
just 'cause and we can't pull over. So, what's your understanding of what happened? And then I'll fill in the blanks.
I think I didn't get in gear quick enough.
Yeah.
Pop
yourself in gear now, just in case these change. Sorry to interrupt you.
That's right.
Just check your mirrors, keep up to date with those. Because what could we have overtaking here?
Cyclists.
Very easily, yeah. Yeah, you just didn't get the clutch up really. And then I think the signal cancelled.
Yeah, and I think that just kind of threw me off a little bit as well.
I think the car was just holding back to keep the opening clear. But it worked because we was turning right as well.
Yeah.
It was a red burgundy coloured car. So yeah, just needed to be a bit more sort of quicker getting in gear and getting the clutch up. I said get the clutch up just in case they let us go.
Yeah.
Could always, the second we can lift the clutch up, it can always go straight back down, first gear.
Yeah.
Never really told back. Does that answer your question?
Yeah.
Any uncertainties?
No, I think looking back on it, I know what I did. It was just a situation with everything that was going on.
So what's the limit, Chris, down here?
40.
Can we do it?
Yeah.
So what sort of hazards are you expecting ahead around this next bend?
Could be cyclists on the left.
Could be.
I know there's a junction, so it could be some pulling out.
What can't we do on this road? See those signs? Above the 40.
I'm not sure.
Just no stopping.
No stopping.
Do you imagine if somebody stopped on this road?
Yeah, it wouldn't be the best because you can't see around.
It wouldn't, would it?
No.
Especially around them bends. Come round at 40, which is why I wouldn't go round them at 40 slightly. Did I just ease off just before?
Yeah.
What's this sign telling you, this white one?
It's coming up to a 30 zone.
Yeah. How long?
I'm not sure what those 3 dashes mean.
300 yards, 300 steps if you like.
Okay.
That was good timing. So the cyclist, if we keep at this speed, looking at the road ahead, if you check your mirrors, give him a nice safety bubble there. Don't rush to get back in, don't steer left, Chris. Check your mirrors. And then just ease back across. No rushes, there's nothing ahead. So that was safe and it was legal. Have you done any overtaking cyclists before?
We did once, yeah, but not a lot.
It's one of them things you can't plan for. It just sort of comes up here and there. I could have talked to you about it 2 lessons ago, and we don't come to a cyclist. So all that would have gone in and out really. So it's kind of one of them spontaneity
when it happens.
Yeah. But just think of the bubble. You don't want to burst his bubble or your own, so you need that gap in case he swerves for a pothole or the wind gets blown by the wind if it's a bad day or whatever. Could fall off. Who knows?
Yeah.
Keep your eye on your left mirror in relation to that wall. So what's the speed limit now then, just to recap?
30.
Yeah. And what should your lane positioning be like? Should it be left to centre or centre of the lane?
Centre of the lane.
Yeah. And what's yours at the moment?
It was left to centre line a little bit.
It was then.
Yeah.
Let's see what we can do to it now. That's bang on there. Steer left a little. So you come to a right bend.
Yeah.
Where would be best to position slightly to get an earlier view around that right bend?
Like left of centre.
Slightly to the left of the lane.
Oh, okay.
So if you steer left a bit, steer left more, Chris, look left, quick look left, steer left, steer. You can't really see the opening now because we're past the bend, but you're not as close as you think you are to that curve. Check your left mirror and you'll see the gap. You see the gap now?
Yeah.
So if we needed to, we could use some of that. So try and get in touch with that left space a bit more.
Yeah.
We will come to some roundabouts soon. Well done. So why are you checking your mirrors there?
Just to see who's behind me.
Because you're about to
Indicate. We're going right here.
We are.
Right.
I was thinking you're also about to speed up, aren't you? Slightly. Well, you have done slightly from 23 to 28. So how are we not going to coast here then?
Not going to put the clutch down too early.
Good. More brake though, Chris. There we go. And clutch.
Just need more accelerator.
You do?
Yeah.
Well done. So get that gas on before you get to the...
Before I get to the junction.
well, yeah, but before you get to the bite.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Remember when we was going over it that day? Gas first, then bite, then when you get to your bite, it's a nice, clean, smooth takeoff.
Yeah.
You get second earlier, which is important because you're pulling out onto a national speed limit road as well.
Yeah.
You wouldn't want to stall there, would you? Be lumbered in that lane.
No.
Oncoming trucks doing 60, for example, and they could do there. Right then, what's the speed limit?
You say it's national speed limit?
Yeah.
So it's 60.
That's it. What do you see ahead, Chris? That big white sign?
It's a roundabout.
What colour lights has that black car got on? White, red?
Got some both.
Yeah.
Mirrors.
Yeah, so just be careful that could reverse out or turn out on us. Just cover your brake, cover your horn as well in case they don't see us.
Right, yeah.
Right, that's fine. So at the roundabout, we're going to go ahead second exit. So left-hand lane. Ahead second exit. You alright with it, Chris?
Yeah.
Be clutching. What you can set first.
Revs.
Yeah. Convenient.
Yeah.
Just put it on. Oh, it is on. It's staying on. Sometimes you touch it and just 3 flashes turn itself off. That's good there. We're going to go ahead at the next.
Ahead.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we stay in this lane because it's you can. There's nothing saying you can't.
Right.
Right. All that means is that we need to stay in this lane through the whole thing. So it's second exit. So if you just stick to the right here for the merge,
Oh, it merges.
you see what I mean?
Yeah, okay.
And if you just check your mirrors now, you might need to accelerate to get ahead of the black car a little bit to create some edge. You just check now as you come in, Chris, again. And we're all good. So that's what you do there, simply because it's a big roundabout. It doesn't say we can't use the right and there's 2 big open lanes on approach.
Okay.
So we're going to... Yeah. So that's the thing now, as we start to mix and match these, we're going to come to a lot of different scenarios and it's just getting your head around it and making it just a general thing, I suppose.
Yeah.
Oh, do you see it coming up?
Roundabout.
Yeah, we're going to turn left there, first exit.
First exit.
Good. It's going really well, you know, considering we only did roundabouts for the first time at the end of last lesson.
Yeah.
And you've been out with your mum, what, just that day?
Just the once doing the roundabouts. Yeah.
How long for?
Not about 20 minutes.
Oh, really good. So it certainly worked then, whatever we did. What do you think was the thing that made it click for you?
I think it was just the step by step, just kind of talking through it. I mean, also, it's not a lot different to Junctions.
Yes, an open.
Yeah, with regards to what you're doing.
Exactly. We're going to turn left at the next one, look. See it?
First exit.
Yes, please. Any cyclist on the left? I don't know if you check that left mirror. Try and keep with that curb.
Yeah, I was a bit wide there.
Yeah, what could you invite? It's the gap.
Another car.
Yeah, could do. Depending on how big the gap is. Worst case scenario and all that. But you could definitely buy a bike.
Yeah.
So just keep it the curb if it's a left turn. We're just going to loop back round this estate really and go back out and we'll get back onto the roundabouts. Anything you want to catch up on or go over?
I think it's going alright, to be honest.
Yeah. Everything clear with the overtake on the cyclist, what we did and why we did it?
Yeah.
What mirror are you going to check here?
Centre and right, because I'm overtaking.
Which one now?
Centre and left, because I'm coming back in.
And do you see where the blue mini is? Next road on the right we're going to take.
Oh, yeah.
Nice one.
improved, that's for definite.
Yeah. Was she impressed with your roundabouts?
I think so, yeah. But then at the same time, I think because she's been driving for ages,
Yeah.
she kind of just expects me to do it, you know what I mean? But she
Yeah.
is good. She's good at helping.
That's good. You say you've driven that Freelander then? Is it a Freelander?
I have, yeah. Freelander too, yeah.
What's that like?
So it's powerful. It's very powerful. But yeah, I lift off the clutch slightly, and that one it just takes off.
Is it? Diesel.
It's a diesel, yeah.
Keep your eyes peeled for the end of the road, Chris. When you get to the end, turn left, please. Try and keep more to the left if you're going around a right bend as well, just in case something joins us and then we're not in a head-on position then.
Okay.
Yeah. So again, just get more in touch with where that curve is, where this side of your car is. Great foot timing there. Keep with that curve. That's it. That's nice there. That's fine. What do you see?
Roundabout.
Yeah, you're going to turn right there. That's second exit.
Second exit, okay.
What are you going to check as well?
Good left mirror.
Bit awkward, isn't it, having the junction just there?
Yeah.
I suppose more important to get that signal off if you see a car just coming up to the junction.
Yeah. Because they can think you're coming into that junction.
Exactly, and pull out on you. Good stuff. You got much on today?
No, I'm going to go home. I've got an assignment to do, which I
Ooh, that sounds exciting.
meant to be doing last week.
Oh, good.
Not the best.
Right, Chris, we're going to go straight on at the roundabout.
Straight on.
Yeah, straight ahead. Keep your eye on this left side as well.
Yeah.
There we go.
Does it matter which lane?
Left lane.
Left lane.
Right. Touch down, touch down. Now, the reason that happened was because you didn't set gas first.
Okay.
Right, so just
Always
keep
set gas first.
always.
Yeah. Okay.
So restart when you're ready. So what are you going to set first?
Gas.
Yep. Cool. Let's pull up and have a quick discussion about just the lanes, just to clarify things.
Yeah.
What do you reckon?
We're
Just at a safe place, Chris, wherever you consider safe, legal and convenient. There's no rush either.
I think I'll wait for a minute just to get around this bend.
Yeah, it makes sense, because we've got the van there as well, haven't we?
Yeah.
If we park just behind that, anybody coming wouldn't see us till late.
Yeah.
It makes it closed corner.
Bus stops everywhere.
It is an awkward road to pull up on, I must admit. But I tell you what, if we just keep driving,
Okay.
there's a nice place a lot further down. I want you to try and see if you can tell me, oh, is this that place you was on about?
Alright.
Just keep your eyes peeled. It is on the road. It's not just yet. So we've got quite a few things to deal with here. Well, usually it's not as busy as usual, actually.
Is this that place?
Yeah, you can pull in there. Leave yourself just enough room to get back out. Perfect. Cheers, Chris. I was actually thinking round the corner, but this is actually also perfect. It's usually dead busy, that's all.
Yeah.
Never usually get the opportunity to.
Been down here once, I think.
Have you?
Not driven, but just been down here.
Yeah, it comes up on test this. Usually coming this way. sometimes do a left reverse down here,
Okay.
which can be a nightmare because it's relatively busy on this road.
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
I had one once, and the manoeuvre went on for about 10 minutes. Just had to
Really?
keep stopping for these cars that just
Yeah.
kept coming. It was ridiculous, really. Cancel the signal. Cheers. And
Can't get used to that. It's so weird.
oh, there might be a way to disable it.
Is it all the way down, or is that?
What do you mean?
So if it's like that,
No, because all that does is put it from right signal to left
it's
signal.
strange. Yeah,
If you just do this,
it goes 3 times.
yeah, which
Yeah.
is what I thought you did on that, that first big roundabout, and I
Yeah.
said, oh, just make sure but it stayed on because you knocked it on properly,
Yeah.
which was convenient. But yeah, the roundabout, just the lanes.
Yeah.
So just to go over that, then you want to be in the left-hand lane as a general rule
Yeah.
to go ahead. There was 2 lanes on approach to that one, and to be honest, there was nothing that said that you couldn't go ahead in that lane as well, in that right-hand lane. So to be fair to you, that is what I said, wasn't it, on the other one?
Yeah, I think that's what confused me, because I do know it's left-hand lane to go first exit, second exit, right-hand lane to go third, fourth, fifth.
Yeah.
So I do know it. I think I got confused on that one.
Just say that again. You do know that it's what lane for what? Just to be absolutely sure.
First lane,
Yeah.
left-hand lane,
Yeah.
first exit, second exit,
Yeah.
right-hand lane for third exit,
Yeah.
fourth exit.
Yeah. And fifth if you come back round.
Yeah, fifth if you come back round,
whichever.
yeah.
Yeah, great. Yeah, that's it. I would say to you, unless it's of a considerable size, use the left to go ahead.
Okay.
But if you do use the right and you look into the road and you think, oh God, I can't really exit here in this right, there isn't the space,
Yeah.
and there's a car going ahead in the left at the side of me. You imagine 2 cars going in the same place but only enough room for one.
Yeah.
That would be a bit, because
Yeah.
there isn't always the space for the merge. If you did ever find yourself in that situation, it's not the end of the world, because there's something you could do.
What's that?
What could
You just slow down.
you could slow down. What I'd do, I'd just go round the roundabout again.
Oh, okay. So I have to. Yeah.
So then you'd
Yeah.
always, if you think about it, you'd exit in the right anyway, then, wouldn't you? You'd
Yeah.
be on the right side as you peel off. So
Yeah.
it's not like you can't ever do it, but I think roundabouts are so inconsistent, and they've all got their little quirks,
Yeah.
and it's getting your head around the generalisations of them, I think, if that's even a word.
I think it is. Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah. So that makes sense.
Yeah.
So if you've got the opportunity, get over to the left, and we
Okay.
did, didn't we? After that park car,
we did,
we
yeah.
could have done. The only reason I didn't on the other one, that first one, I said, "Oh, just stay here," was because there was quite a fast-paced lane behind us,
Yeah.
and it was quite. I don't think we've talked about lane changes yet. Maybe
Don't
that
think
could
we
be
have.
something that we could add in today,
Yeah.
perhaps.
Yeah.
Because we're on sort of faster roads, aren't we? More consistently than previously, so I think we'll get back driving, do a couple more roundabouts, and then I don't know. What do you reckon? Do you reckon there's a need for that today? Potentially.
Yeah. It could do it if we've got time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Sod it. Let's do it now.
Which one's that? Lane.
Just talk about lane
Yeah,
changing.
yeah.
You ever done one?
As in, just going from one lane to another.
Yeah.
Yes, but not with any other cars around.
Okay. So, what mirrors do you think you would check if you was changing from left lane to right lane?
Centre or right.
Yeah. Anything else after that? What would you do after that to let other people know?
Indicate.
Yeah. Try and keep the signal on until you've completed the manoeuvre as well.
Okay.
If you check your mirrors and signal, and then it turns out that you can't carry out the manoeuvre, that's fine. Just cancel the signal and don't go. Right.
Yeah.
The reason you might find that you can't go is because we're going to do one more thing. We're going to have what's called a sideways glance. Ever heard of that?
Yeah.
What's that then?
I've heard of it. I don't know what it is.
All right, fair enough. What it is you're going to check the mirrors. You're going to have a quick glance to the right, or if you change the lanes to the right, or a quick glance to the left. If you change the lanes to the left. What this does is it gets I'm going to show you a little picture.
Okay.
Because I want to, if I'm asking you to do something, I really want to reinforce the importance of doing it and why it could be dangerous not doing it. So there's your car, look. There's your lanes. There's your lane.
Yep.
You've checked your centre mirror. Yeah, that's good. You've checked your right mirror. That's also good.
Yep.
But there's a car just here.
Yeah.
There's your peripheral look. So if you put your finger to the furthest point you can see.
Okay. Like there.
Yeah. So that's your peripheral line. You wouldn't see it in your mirrors. You wouldn't see it from looking forward. There could be something just lurking at the side of you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's the last piece of the puzzle. I tell you what, Chris, we're about 90% sure it's clear from these, because that's showing you all the way down the road,
Yeah.
all right behind you. But something could already be there. That's the thing. And if it's a cyclist, or if it's particularly a cyclist, you're not even going to hear it.
No.
With the windows up and the radio, and you're not going to hear the stuff anyway, probably. So, does that make sense?
Yeah.
Make sure that when you do the lane change, that you are looking back forwards. So you've gone mirror, mirror, signal on. Make sure that flashes a couple of times before you change lanes, so people know what your intentions are, not what you're actually doing. Because it's pointless, then, isn't it? You're already doing it. And then you're looking back forwards and then steer. Just a gentle steer, because the faster you're going, the steering is less, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Or else you'll just throw us over. Hope that was helpful. Any questions? Did I already ask that?
But yeah, that was. I think I understand a little bit more now.
Good. All right then, Chris. Well, yeah, why not? Because the roundabouts are going really well, aren't they? So it's not
Yeah.
a massive thing to add something like that in. I tell you what then, based on that, should we go and have a look at one of these spiral roundabouts?
Yeah, we can do.
And to get to turn right at it, we're going to need to change lanes on a carriageway road, dual carriageway.
Okay.
Only a 40 carriageway, so it's suitable
Yeah,
for what
yeah.
we've been doing. Yeah,
I'm just trying to imagine that.
it's Harvey Road.
I'm not sure.
It's not far from here.
Okay.
There's a couple of roundabouts before we get onto it. 2 roundabouts before we get onto it, and then up Harvey Road, be in the left lane, change lanes to the right, so that'll be good practice, and then we'll turn right at the roundabout. Spiral roundabout.
Okay.
Yeah?
Yeah.
At the spiral roundabout, do you want me to guide you through the lanes, where to look and how to follow it as it changes you across?
So yeah, the spiral roundabout, is that the one with 3 lanes?
Yes.
Right. Okay. So if I'm going second exit, I would be in the second lane, because doesn't the first lane peel off?
Well, the thing is, usually on the approach, there's not always, sometimes there is, it's not always necessarily 3 lanes, it can be 2.
Right.
And then as you drive on the roundabout, for example, because we'll be turning right at it, we want to turn right because we want to experience that spiral, you're going to have a choice as to whether you go into the middle position or for a right, so your lane's really going to open up, because the roundabout curves in, the space is there.
Yeah.
So you choose whether you want to come from this position to go ahead, or whether you come from this position to go towards the right position and go around.
Okay,
That's where the
right.
3 lanes comes from.
So on the approach, it's 2 lanes, but then you have the choice as to. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As the lead car in that lane, you just follow, well, either the curb if it's right, or the paintwork on the left side if you're going ahead.
Yeah.
Is that making sense?
Yeah.
Good. So we'll drive on when you're ready. How's that feeling now? You're setting gas more first?
It's a lot easier. It just makes sense.
Good.
Probably there, to be honest.
Sorry, Chris, what did you say?
I was just on about my bike point. Because I think it was too high, so I had to drop it a little bit.
Oh, right, yeah, makes sense. Practice it, even though there's no immediate threat coming ahead. Just practice looking more and just seeing, you know, using that left peripheral more.
Yeah.
What do you see?
Roundabout.
Good, we're going to turn left first, exit please. I'd class this as more of a sort of a one car roundabout. It's not really the space for two to go side by side, do you see what I mean?
Yeah.
Or a one lane roundabout, however you want to call it. Whatever you want to... I don't know really what the official term is, to be honest.
It's a bit of a strange one, isn't it?
There's a few like that. The best thing we could do is just have a good mixture and just, you know, reflect and just chat about it as we're doing it and get a good overall understanding. What could be around this brick wall here? It's quite closed.
Could be parked cars, could be cyclists, could be anything really.
And what do the white triangles mean there on the road in front of you?
Is that just indicating it's a speed bump? Or
Yeah, just alerting you.
Yeah.
I suppose more so if it's dark, you might not spot it as early.
Yeah.
Or even in the day for some people. Who knows? So look on your right door mirror, look on your left.
Yeah.
I know you're okay anyway, it's just getting that into your head.
Just practice.
Yeah. So if an oncoming car come, you wouldn't be able to hold that position, would you?
No, I'd have to tuck in a little bit.
So that's when that would really, that skill, that understanding with that left side
Yeah.
would really come in. Turn the next road on the right.
This one?
Yeah. It's beautiful control on the way in, great speed and ups and that. When you reach the end of this road, turn left.
Bit of a bumpy road, this one.
Yeah.
Bit soon on that one.
Yeah, what would you do differently next time?
Just brake, a lot more brake, I think.
What, earlier, later?
Earlier.
Earlier.
Yeah.
So quite, because it had to be sudden, didn't it? 'Cause you left a lot
It did,
till the
yeah.
end.
More
Oh.
revs.
Yeah. Are you digging your heel on the floor once you've lifted so much back with the pedal as well for that just extra bit of stability with the clutch?
Yeah.
Are you doing that, or you are?
I'm trying. Yeah, I think I am. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can remind you if you want. Just let me know if you want any reminders with that.
Okay.
But certainly the gas is going to help for one.
Yeah.
Just slow it up. You know, when you get near the midway point, slow it up, ready for when you get to bite point.
Yeah.
So when you're at that intricate point, you're steady enough already.
Okay.
Try and get in touch with that muscle memory. So we're going to turn left at the end. So what do you say about your braking?
Brake more.
There we go. That's better, isn't it?
Yeah.
So you can feel from that sudden, so that little pull there, that you're sort of coming to bite quite quick and past bite quite quick.
Okay.
Just slow the movement on the pedal. Now, like we said, freeze your foot, keep it steady when it's at bite.
Yeah.
What do you see in front?
Roundabout.
We're going to go ahead, second exit.
Second exit.
Yeah. So what lane are you going to use here if you've got a choice?
It'd be left lane.
Yep. To be honest, the layout, I would actually use the middle here,
As in.
where that silver car was.
Okay.
Because there's 3 lanes here, the yellow, the middle and the far left. So I'd actually drive, because you're the lead car here, nothing can cut you up on the
Yeah.
left here.
So just go for the middle one.
For the middle lane,
Okay.
and follow the middle lane all the way through. So you'll exit in the middle in the new road too. That's it. Middle. You see, 'cause it merges here anyway.
Yeah, I see that.
So what mirror is you going to check for this merge?
So done there.
That'll be good.
Yeah.
So we're on the left side now.
Yeah.
2 lanes at the moment. Anything coming up on the right?
There is.
Where does it merge?
Merge is kind of here, so
Yeah.
just
Good. And what lane positioning are we going can see
Yeah.
it has to be one for this. What could happen to these lights?
Pedestrians. So
Could be,
it can change.
Yeah, just referring to what I was talking about earlier. And what's the speed limit, Chris?
It's 40.
Yeah, can we do it, do you think?
Yeah.
So what gear might that need?
Potentially 5th.
Yeah. Done that before?
Yeah.
What I think we should do is just pull up somewhere. Tell me if you think this is bonkers. Pull up somewhere, move off just a couple of times and get that steadiness back with that left foot.
No, I think.
Do you
that's
reckon?
Right, yeah.
Should we take the next left and do it? Oh, yeah, let's, because we need that. We don't want to stall in a busy place, do we? So we'll take the next left.
Is that just the light?
Just at the lights, yeah. And we'll still do the roundabout, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
We'll still do it. It's that one where the blue bridge is up ahead.
Oh, yeah.
But I do think we
That's
need
right.
that. The risk is increased, isn't it, in the places
It
like
is.
this?
The busier it gets, yeah.
Yeah. Anything going to catch us up on the left before we turn left?
No.
And in the door mirror?
No, we're okay.
That's good there, keeping us with that curb. Just gone past the black one. Okay. Let's have a look what we've got. Let's go past that gold one.
Yeah. Here? Or maybe a bit further.
Yeah, turn right at the end of the road.
Okay.
Just keep an eye on that. See how close that was? So you've got to check that before you get there and line yourself up. Just slide that left foot down. Gas on first, don't move the left foot though.
Yeah, just need to set it more.
I don't know about you, but I felt like it was going regardless then.
Yeah, a little bit.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it looks like that left foot is just losing touch with, you know, that clutch control.
Yeah.
The tiny edging bits in steadiness. So we're pulling on the left at a safe, legal, convenient place. Okay. Anything that you'd do differently next time with where you've stopped, do you think?
Maybe edge forward a little bit more.
How come?
Would it just be with the speed bumps there?
Not necessarily, I'm thinking.
Oh,
Parking.
yeah.
So what's the rules with that one?
Opposite junction.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
how would that inconvenience others, do you think?
When they're pulling out.
What would it do to them? You're right, but what, how would it?
So if someone's pulling out, it kind of cuts the road space in half
Yeah.
because I'm here. Also, if someone's going right, then it just kind of stops all the traffic as well. If they're pulling into it.
They're certainly going to turn in on the wrong side of the road, aren't they?
Yeah.
Or they're going to be in that side before they turn.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's going to be awkward. Right. It seems like when you operate your clutch, you just come in from the floor and come in, it's in neutral, just come in sort of up, like this sort of movement, all the way up and off.
Yeah.
Whereas really what I wouldn't do, lift back a bit, dig the heel in there, and sort of freeze it when you get to the bite, move it a bit, move it a bit, move it a bit, and then off.
Yeah.
Let's practice that just here. Remember the curb sort of bends to the right sort of things, but I think
Yeah.
if we just do a series of move offs, stops, move, just not even moving off, just get it moving, cut the drive, clutch back down, brake to a stop, repeat the process.
Yeah.
A couple of times here.
Yeah.
I'll talk you through it. Do you want me to talk you through it the first time, or?
Yeah, you can do.
All right. So if you pop your clutch down, going to first. Right now, just so you can practice on the skill,
Yeah.
Right. I'll be your eyes and ears here. I'll make sure there's nothing coming.
Okay.
And as long as I'm saying to do it, just do it. Right. Just because I just want to practice solely on this. So, just pop the handbrake off like you would be at a junction. And then, so it's going to be set the revs first. Yeah. And then and then just coming up, lifting back with you, and then dig the heel in. And then just clutching a millimetre, just freeze it there. So you just got a car passing, another car passing. But you see, you was nearly at that point there where what you've been doing, not all the time today, but some of the time, just coming completely through that.
Yeah.
So if you just lift up a millimetre, another mil, freeze there. See what I mean?
Yeah.
That's better, isn't it? Just steer left a bit, clutch down to the floor, cut the drive, and brake to a stop. Brake. Right, now repeat the process. Gas set, lift back a little bit with the clutch, freeze it, clutch back down, brake to a stop, brake to a stop. Not setting your gas enough there.
Yeah.
Right, so from brake to gas and gas set, coming to bite, freeze there, bit more, freeze there. See what I mean?
Yeah.
Clutch back down, brake to a stop. Repeat that process and gas on, gas, freeze. Yeah, clutch back down. Oh, just keep right past the junction. Sorry for that.
Sorry.
We'll do another one before we get to this taxi. Clutch down, brake to a gentle stop. Pop on a left signal for this little silver car behind us. Be nice if you had an airfield, wouldn't it, just to practice on.
It would.
Maybe in another reality. Yeah. What's the biggest thing you'd take from this that we're doing?
To dig my heel in and just kind of let it off gently, because I think what I'm doing, like you say, is just keeping my leg completely off the floor. So once I've lifted it off a millimetre, I'm just kind of waiting to bring it all the way up.
Okay, should you do it once more? Do you want to do it without me? Oh, let's see what he's doing. You cancel that left signal now. Do you want to do it without any instruction this time?
Yeah, we'll go.
When you set your gas, try and do it a bit quicker though. That's it, a bit more like that.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not so bad. There's a bit of a sort of a pause bit in it.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You feel free to do it again if you want.
Yeah, give it a go.
Yeah, anything behind you to...
There is.
Yeah, good. Pop your clutch on the floor while you wait. And it's not rumbling and trying to go then. Because that's how it would be at a junction, isn't it? Your clutch would be on the floor because you'd just selected first gear.
Yeah, yeah.
So the clutch should stay on the floor while the right foot pivots to gas and set. Then the clutch starts lifting up.
Yeah.
That way the timings aren't going to be, you know, out of sync. Yeah. Freeze. Perfect. That's where we was a couple of lessons ago, isn't it? Yeah. Well, last time I saw you. All right, should we carry on driving?
Yeah.
Do you want any help with that, or do you think that's just enough to refresh your memory?
I think it's enough to refresh my memory. I just need to remember to do it.
Alrighty. Right, have we covered Crossroads, Chris?
Don't think we have.
No? Alright. So I'll step up the instruction if I need to.
Yeah.
There's nothing there at the moment, so we'll treat it like a T-junction. I want you to turn left. God, that's quite dangerous what that taxi driver did then. Just got you there, Chris.
Okay.
Did you not see that one?
I thought I could make it in time.
Did you?
Yeah.
Didn't have much gas on either. If you're gonna even chance something like that, you got to have loads of revs
More
on,
gas.
and you've got to thrash it. But that wasn't a goer. That was dangerous, to be honest.
Okay.
All right. So I'm going to come off the pedals.
Yep.
And you're back in full control. Do you want to pop your handbrake on because you're not quite prepared with the bite, so don't want it to roll back into anybody. It is a slight slow. That one's turning, so it's not an issue for us. Clutch down a little bit. We don't want it too. We don't want to whiz forward and fly into them before we had a chance to get the steering on. Nice footwork there. That's just what we've just been practicing.
Yeah.
Nice and smooth and still and steady. No jerky or jumpiness. Loving the adjectives. So what assignment are you doing?
It's on biomechanics, so it's a bit of a tricky one.
Biomechanics?
Yeah, so
Sounds...
it's like anatomy, physiology, it's biomechanics.
What, as in if somebody has an operation sort of thing?
Kind of, yeah. I've not actually looked at the criteria yet, I need to do that.
Right, see the lights ahead?
Yeah.
We're going to turn left at the lights.
Left and right, okay.
Keep a centre lane position, otherwise cars will start to go around you. What do you think about speed on approach?
I'd say it's a bit quick.
No, I thought it was fine, but I think it was really slow really early.
Oh, yeah.
Because you went straight for that gear, and then you started to turn left. I thought that K8, I think it was K8 behind us, they're going to start going around us now because of our speed and our position. So it was a bit submissive with the old position there. Just want to keep really centre, hold that driving line, just be braking down that hill. Brake,
Yeah.
brake, gear much later. Gear probably what, about 2 car lengths before you turn?
Yeah.
So you're not too slow too early, but you are slow enough for the actual corner.
Probably gear about 5 car lengths than that, something like that.
Yeah. It's more unlikely anything would have changed there. You've already looked there before you got there, as opposed to initially overtaking where something could be at the side and surprise us.
Yeah.
But stuff does happen.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's more important than others. So you just got to use a bit of common sense with it, really. With that one. So we're going to turn. We'll turn right at the end. Careful on this junction, turners normally cut the corner, so be nice and steady as we get to the line. Better with the gas. Lovely, Chris, well done. That practicing helped, didn't it?
Yeah, it did, yeah.
Good stuff. We'll take the next road on the left. Safe place. Where aren't we going to park opposite?
Junctions.
Yeah.
Maybe not let the bus stop either.
Okay. Cancel the signal. Keep driving. Check your mirrors. And pull back. Otherwise you're going to be within 10 metres of that turn then.
Of the junction, yeah.
Go on then, I know you know, tell me. Where have you parked now?
Over driveway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is awkward. Sometimes you just got to see a spot and think, right, that raised curb just there, I'm going to land right next to that. You know,
Yeah.
you just got to be. I guess it's a bit harder to see with the leaves accumulating at the side and stuff, but
It's very like there's lots of curbs and then driveways, but yeah, I should edge forward a bit really.
Anyway, we're not going to be here long, but it's just worth the discussion. If somebody comes, we'll move, of course.
Yeah.
Nobody is in there, so they could come. Right. I forget now what I was going to talk to you about. So we're going to still do the lane change.
Yeah.
And the spiral roundabout.
Yeah.
It's become apparent that we haven't done Crossroads, and we're getting into areas now where Crossroads are coming up.
Yeah.
Do you want to go off and do Do you feel there's a need to cover Crossroads to understand priorities, who should go, where should be looking, all the rest of it?
So I know there's one up here somewhere.
There is. We don't necessarily have to do it, but there is quite a few around here as well.
Do you just talk about it? Because I think it's not. I can't imagine it being difficult.
It's just understanding the priorities.
Yeah.
A lot of it links into meeting situations. Talking about meeting situations.
Yeah.
Awkward. Oh, right. I'm going to get a little picture because it's easier to visualise this. Because there's a lot. How did you feel at that crossroad in Allington near the shops?
It felt okay, to be honest, because it was just like a junction.
Yeah. It is like a junction. So there's a picture of something similar. It is like a junction until something appears here.
Yeah.
That throws in a new dynamic then. If they are going the same way as you want to go,
Yeah.
you could both go at the same time. It could be dodgy. So let's just talk about the priorities. So how would you identify that you're coming up to a crossroad? Because I told you it was a crossroad, so I just want to know that, you know, if you're driving on your own, Chris knows it's a crossroad and he's going to stop. He's not just going to go straight on.
Yeah. Would it be that sign up there? And then also, obviously it's opening out, and I'm assuming you'd probably be able to see the road ahead as well.
Yeah. So those things, and you're going to see cars crossing in between. So there's another road.
Yeah.
You know, and then you got the paint giveaways, and then you got curbs peeling away in front, etc. Gaps in the houses and stuff. So this sign, by the way, you'll normally see on the major road.
Okay.
It's not usually
not on this side.
On the minor.
Oh, right.
Yeah, because this would be classed as the minor. Same approach, yeah. Same. Just as I say, it's just a junction, and then so it's the priorities, which is the thing that gets people. So if you're turning left, and this car's turning right, and for argument's sake the major road is clear, because we always give way to the major road.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
The major road is clear, we're at the giveaway lines, they are, for argument's sake, we're all positioned correctly. Who should go first, do you think?
Would you say it was?
Yeah, why do you say that?
Because it's on our side of the road.
Yeah.
So we don't have to cross over any lanes or roads.
Oh, fantastic! Yeah, really good. And so, with that said, then let's say that we're going straight on. If you are going straight on, you know the road position. It needs to be the most natural position to go to your direction.
Yeah.
Because you're not going to be indicating if you go straight on at one.
Yeah.
Your no signal is your signal, like on a roundabout.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So it links into that, you could say. So it's just a centre lane positioning here. If it's staggered crossroads, look, you see the lane positioning changed.
Yeah.
Staggered.
Would you still not indicate, but just use your positioning?
Yeah, because if you signal left here, that's
yeah.
And if you signal right, so it's confusing, isn't it? So car's behind, and this one, it's obvious. Well, depends who's interpreting it, but it could be obvious that you're going straight on. Anyway, going back to who could go first. Let me just get a different pen. This is a bit rubbish. So let's say you're going straight on, and this car's turning right now. Who should go first? Again, for argument's sake, we're at the giveaways. They are. We're all prepared, and the major road's clear. Would we go first, or would they? Based on the answer you give last time, because that's quite a good answer.
I think we would.
Great. Yeah. Why?
Because it's still our road, so it's like we're just going straight on, whereas they're having to turn and also cross over 2 lanes.
They've got to, let's add something to that. They've got to cross our path.
Yeah.
They've got to cross us to get to where they want to go. We're only, like you say, we're only going straight on. So as long as this road's clear, we can go. So it's whoever's crossing whose path.
Yeah.
So with that said, if we're going right and they're going straight on, who would go first?
They would.
Yeah. Why?
Because they're not crossing our path, but we would have to cross theirs.
Fantastic. So here's one for you. We're turning right.
Yeah.
And they're turning right. Who would go first? All the same as before. You know,
Yeah.
the major road's clear and we're both at the giveaways. Nobody's faster than nobody else.
Just go.
If you both go, you could hit each other.
In the
Could.
middle.
Could. Not necessarily will, but it's risky.
I'm not sure. Would that have to be like eye contact or?
Yeah, exactly. So you're both crossing each other's path. So nobody has priority.
Right.
So you have to work it out through what you just said. Eye contact. Anything else you could work it out by? Think about meeting. When we did meeting traffic, dealing with other road users.
Positioning of car.
Yeah, definitely. Positioning's quite a strong one.
Yeah.
Speed. If they're starting to age.
Yeah. If they're already going, then just leave it.
Tyres turning as well.
Yeah.
Hands moving. Probably going to go, aren't they? What about if they flash us? They could flash, couldn't they? And say, yeah, you go.
But that's just letting us know that they're there.
Yeah.
In theory.
Should we be stubborn and just sit there and say no, I'm not going, or what should we do?
If they flash, then I think most people just take that as, oh, you go. So if they're flashing, you might as well just go.
Yeah, but just give it an extra second, investigate, and make sure that flash is for you, and it's not for Bob across the road who's not seen for ages.
Yeah.
And we go, and then they go as well. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So establish eye contact is crucial there. Yeah, eye contact. Make sure they're not moving at the same time. Proceed with caution.
Yeah.
Proceed on with caution. So that clutch control you've just been demonstrating, that smoothness, that would be needed here. You'd just be a little bit sort of. You want whiz out, basically.
Right.
Yeah. Okay, so that's pretty much everything there. Is that all right with you?
Yeah.
We've got other crossroads. We've got sort of right turn boxes and the yellow hatch markings, light controlled crossroads. We just turned left at one, but I want to talk about the light procedures with that at a different time. I think it's
Okay. Yeah.
It's good to separate these because just based on what we do, and we could talk about everything and everything. You know what I mean?
Could do that.
So if that's okay, do you want to do a couple of crossroads as well while we're at it?
Yeah, might as well.
Yeah. And do you want me to help you with the figuring out the priorities, or do you think you're all right with that?
I think if you talk me through the first one,
Yeah.
I mean, I think that I'm comfortable with it, but just for reassurance,
Okay.
I think if you just talk me through it as well.
Yeah, we'll do.
Cool.
We'll do. So when you're ready, we'll drive on,
Okay.
and we'll go tackle this, do this lane change, the roundabout,
Yeah.
and maybe a crossroad. So what you got ahead here?
It's one way and it's their priority. But no one's there.
A grey day again today.
Yeah.
Silver sky. So we'll turn next road on your left. So there's the crossroad, look.
Yeah.
But we're just going to turn left at it. So it's just like turning a T-junction really, isn't it there?
Yeah.
From two.
Nothing different really.
We're not going to drive to the end of the road. There's going to be a left turn. Do you see after the red car on the right?
Yeah. Is it just opposite there?
It's kind of. It's a bit further down than that.
Okay.
It's after the blue car that's off on the.
Okay.
It's blocking the pavement.
Oh yeah, I can just see
Yeah.
it.
It's quite a tight one again. So if we get them, we don't want to be too slow too early, but we do want to be in control for the corner itself.
Okay.
So
Just this one here.
That's it. Yeah. Clutch.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a shame because you're covering your clutch.
I just didn't have it down.
Did you see that black car whiz past us?
Yeah.
as we stalled, we stopped suddenly, didn't we? We could have
Yeah.
got clipped there. So if you get your clutch down, you can still roll a bit, can't you, rather than stopping suddenly.
Yeah.
So when you're covering the clutch, Chris, if you see that car coming round, because your feet was lovely, bang the clutch down as well.
Okay. Just needed my clutch down. Is that all it was?
Yeah, that's why you stalled.
Okay.
You had to brake harsh, didn't you? You had to.
Did, yeah.
So you did the right thing. Good to see you looking over this side a bit more.
Yeah.
Do you feel that's
Yeah, I'm a lot
something
more conscious of it now.
Good. It's either that or learn the hard way and somebody's mirror, you know,
Yeah.
somebody's mirrors on the floor. Probably our own as well. So we're going to turn. What do you see?
Junction at the end.
Turning right there, please. Bit more gas, even though you're not doing anything. That's it. Careful it doesn't come off though when your clutch lifts. Do you feel the rumble come back in?
Yeah, a little bit.
Hey, look, it's not the end of the world. You pulled out fine, didn't you? But while we're at it, we might as well make it top notch, haven't we? So when you're in them busy scenarios where your mind's doing overtime and other things, that's
It's
not going to be an
just-
issue.
Yeah.
All right, Chris. So we'll take the next road on the left. Because what can't we do? Looking at the
Can't
road.
go that way.
Could be parked cars around the bend. Turning. Which way are we turning at the end from the road sign?
Left.
Yeah. Good there. Just like a roundabout, eh?
Yeah.
Nice open junction. Speed limit is?
It's 40.
Yeah. Can we get up to it, do you think?
Yeah.
And we've done this earlier, so what's coming up in terms of road space?
It's going to merge, so we need to be centre really.
Yeah. And the bus then? Is the bus likely to move off soon?
Potentially, but there was someone just getting on it, so I think we're okay for a minute.
Sort of mirrors.
No, centre and right to pull out, and then centre and left.
Good. Awesome. I feel like we've made masses of progress today already.
Yeah,
Yeah, do you?
yeah. Just feel like getting comfortable with everything again.
I can see why you're sort of positioning early.
Yeah.
This man would move off and
Could do.
just come in.
Yeah.
So these are quite busy crossroads here. When you turn out of these,
Yeah.
it takes some time. You probably could both turn right without hitting each other on those ones because there's so much space. What we'll do, we'll turn left at the lights. What was you thinking about with your gears then?
I was gonna change down into third, and then I was gonna try and do second as well. But I think I probably should have maybe done it a bit sooner.
I think clutch down a bit later, just be braking. Just get the speed down first, then,
Yeah.
then just match the gear to the speed. That's better again. You see, that one didn't go because it had to cross our path.
Yeah.
Clutch. Don't get too close to the black car, do we?
I'm already in first, aren't
Yeah. So when your clutch lifted
I?
off,
Revs, yeah.
did that? I think you come a bit quick, didn't you? With,
I did, yeah.
do you think it was the scenario that sort of made you feel like, oh, gotta get going a bit quick?
Maybe a little bit, maybe subconsciously, yeah.
Take your time. Think about how you'd make it perfect. If that takes a second longer, great. Keep your eye on the. Nice one, turning right at the end. Show me how you're going to make this super duper, this moving off here. What's your thoughts on that? get it, if you're in a scenario like that again, just have another edge before you commit.
Okay.
I would, just to get a better, a longer view down that road. Look, we don't need to see to the end of the road. We just need to see if a car was doing 40, 45 on this road, and it could.
Yeah.
Is it coming?
Yeah.
Because it'd gain on you very quickly, wouldn't it? So you just need to create a bit more of a view. So, what do you see ahead?
Is it a Crossroads?
It certainly is. We're going to be turning right there this time.
Okay.
So I'll guide you through. So the positioning is going to be sort of left of centre,
Yeah.
as we normally would for a right turn. The approach is going to be the same. So there we go. First gear back there. Looking right and left and forward. So right forward left, left forward right. Get your feet set. So gas on, biting point, just at the holding biting point. Looking forward, looking left. Looking at the lines, right and left. See where they start. See where your bonnet is in relation.
Yeah.
Look at the lights as well. To the left, forward, nothing there. To the right. Could get a signal soon. Just clutching a millimetre. Just come off the gas slightly, not all the way off it, but just slightly, so we don't burn the clutch out. Right, now looking at the traffic, looking to the right, could have somebody flash us, but it doesn't mean we're going to go straight away, but people do that. Looking forward, where are they going? Are they crossing our path?
They're going that way.
Okay, so looking left. Anybody at the lights, are they going to change? These are turning right, anything to our right?
Yes.
After these, after the van, anything after that?
There's a few cars.
Anything joined us at the crossroad?
Not yet.
Okay,
There is someone behind us.
okay, good. Just come off your gas. Okay, so look to the left. Quite busy still. Forward. Where's the van going?
He's going left.
Okay. Well done. Good stuff there. Now, the way he positioned, he was never going to drive into him, was he?
No.
He was sort of off in the other lane. So, good job there. How did that feel?
It felt a little bit better. I felt quite.
Clutch down. Clutch down. There we go. Gas first. Don't rush that clutch. Bring it up a bit. Freeze. 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 Just coming up off the clutch.
Yeah. I just need to, because I was doing it really well. I just need to get back into the habit of doing that.
You know, I'll tell you what, if you go out driving, just go out and practice clutch control.
Yeah.
10-minute section. Right, I'm just going to focus on clutch control here, and that's it. Do that. Master it. And then add that into the next thing you're going to do. So this is going to turn as well. Do you reckon its back end will be hanging out?
Maybe slightly, yeah. Are we just going straight for this one?
Straight ahead.
Okay.
So if we start sort of moving, or else all the cars here will think we're letting them, and they'll do that.
Right.
Just make your intentions known, you know, with your speed. Just a gentle one, so you could still stop in time. So what do you see coming up, Chris?
Roundabout.
Okay, we're turning right, so what lane are we going to use?
Be right lane.
Yep, good. And you're already in there.
Exit.
Third. Just from the layout there, look. See, third exit.
Yeah. Okay.
It's light controlled, look, Chris, can you see?
Yeah.
So there's going to be lights controlling each. So the judgment side isn't going to be there. When it tells us to go, we can go.
Okay.
And we're not going to rush it there, remember. We're going to be nice and steady with that foot control. Don't forget your right signal. Now this is that spiral roundabout, and I'll show you why. Do you see this lane opening up here?
Yes.
Turn to the right, get into the right lane, because you're turning right, aren't you? Not straight ahead. You see that white dash paint there?
Yeah.
That pops us from right to middle here now, Chris.
And we just
To
follow
middle.
this middle.
And we follow the middle round. Left signal on, second gear, and exit in the lane you're in. As we drive into the new road, checking the mirrors, upping the speed, and looking to do that lane change we talked about. So centre left mirror, signal left, keep steering straight, keep accelerating now, or else everything will catch up from behind. Keep accelerating, third gear. And then we're going to do that side, so mirrors again, just to update. Is it clear from them? And the sideways glance, well done. Right, it's just that sort of take control of that bit, because it was like you was going to steer without the full checks.
Yeah.
Alright, so mirror, signal, sideways glance, look back forwards, and there we go. So speed limit is?
There's 40 down.
And the arrows on the floor suggest?
The lane's merging, so we need to speed up a little bit.
So what mirrors are you going to check for this merge? So somebody could be?
Centre and right, because someone could be coming from our right.
Good. Lots going on there.
Yeah.
Are you okay with it all?
Yeah, I think I am. I think that was alright.
Yeah. they won't turn here. Why? Well, they shouldn't.
Because they have to cross that path.
Yeah, the word "won't" is a bad word, really.